It seems almost impossible to be something other than white or black, right? But Dominicans refuse this narrow classification as they prefer to label themselves as racially mixed, neither black nor white, but everything in between. Because the American model for racial classification does not capture the spirit of multiracial people. Dominicans have contested this country's limited view on race. They have expanded the racial possibilities and have made it critical for the public to recognize that Dominicans do not fit into a conventional mold. This is why a standalone checkbox for Dominicans to identify themselves is needed in the 2010 Census questionnaire. And now, Dominicans in the United States are writing our own story on our own terms and shaping the role we play in this society. With the growth of a more educated and skilled second generation and an emphasis from within the Dominican community to integrate, we are becoming a prominent part of American society. In this process, the Dominican community must address and come to terms with 4 components that are the secret to our success and stability as an ethnic group in the United States of America. First, education. Dominicans have made progress in educational attainments, graduating college and obtaining graduate degrees. And as we believe education is the cornerstone of our advancement. It is. We still suffer, however, one of the highest dropout rates among major Latino communities in this country. Therefore, the DNR is committed to measures that address our challenges in these areas, such as lobbying for and supporting programs focused on school retention, supporting legislation and programs that foster recruitment, retention, and graduation of Dominican students from college, supporting processes that facilitate the entrance of Dominican education professionals in administrative positions and promoting access to higher education. Second, economic advancement. Dominicans own and operate a great significant percentage of small businesses in communities where we live and work, and are thus the backbone of their economy. We are established in places such as Washington Heights in New York City, Port Amboy and Patterson in New Jersey, Lawrence in Boston in Massachusetts, Providence, Rhode Island, Allentown in Pennsylvania, Miami, and Orlando in Florida and Puerto Rico, and many other communities from across the United States. Seeing our strength and needs in this area, the DNR will establish a mechanism to advocate, represent, and assist the small business community with technical assistance, small business loans, accounting, and legal representation. Very important. Engaging the pro bono contribution of professionals such as accountants, lawyers, and business strategists to this mechanism is essential and attainable. Third, political representation, very important. Dominicans must achieve the degree of representation in both elected and appointed roles in the legislative, judicial, and executive branches of government commensurate with our numbers and contributions. To this end, we are committed to an empowerment plan designed to aggressively build our political power, including the following priorities: the development of a community-based and institutionalized leadership from our community and organizations to ensure that we and not the political parties select our leaders. a permanent voter registration, voter education, and citizenship drive to increase the political awareness, knowledge, and participation of Dominican voters. The development of a political action committee named DANR PAC to identify and support candidates aligned with our interest. And the election of the first Dominican to the Congress of the United States of America. To strengthen our bond with Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Mexicans, and the other groups in our Latino family, and to build coalitions with our friends in the Haitian, African American, Jewish, Indian, Asian American communities, the labor movement, faith-based organizations, and other groups that might partner with us on issues of common interest. The establishment of a formal lobbying effort to ensure our inclusion in the three branches of government. Last but not least is the media. Cognizance of the power of the media in influencing opinion and treatment of a group in this society, we must play an active role in how we are portrayed. Listen closely, please. During the past decade, the Dominican American National Roundtable has changed the conversation about Dominicans in the U.S. From the maids, drug dealers, and undocumented the media makes front pages of, to that of a thriving community whose presence is felt in every profession. Just look at U.S. Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights, Thomas Perez, who was here with us last night. Just look at Prosecutor Camelia Valdez in the legal profession. Just look at Dr. Rafael Antigua and Dr. Aritme de Restituyo in medicine. Professor Venioski Peñamora and Dr. Rosario Espinal in the sciences. Julia Alvarez and Junot Diaz in literature. Dr. Silvio Torres Ayan, Dr. Ramona Hernandez, Dr. Daisy Coco de Felippes, and Santiago Taveras in education, and over 40 elected officials nationwide, ranging from Board of Education commissioners to a state senator. We must, however, establish a mechanism that will serve as both a watchdog and a promoter of an accurate image of Dominicans in the media. Similar to other groups that have come before us, a formal and concerted effort will be made to be included in major national and international media outlets and editorial boards to shape their message about us. Finally, defining our role and occupying our place in this society. At this time in history, as others did before us, requires tesón, ingenuity, and courage. Dominicans know about tesón, ingenuity, and courage. Our history tells of men and women of tesón, ingenuity, and courage who at every challenging juncture came through as the moments required that they do, and in doing so define who we are as a people today. They have made their mark in history, from Salomé Ureña de Enríquez, establishing our educational system in the 1800s, to Florinda Soriano Muñoz Mamatingó, organizing field workers, to los panfleteros de Santiago, define a dictator, and every defining moment in between Gregorio Luperón and the Restauración, Ulises Espaillat and the independence from Spain, Desiderio Arias and the dictator, Juan Bosch and the 1962 Constitution, a Manolo Tavares Justo y el Movimiento 14 de Junio, the most successful quintessential social movement ever in the Western Hemisphere in the U.S. that U.S. universities and colleges do not teach in their classrooms. It is not surprising then that here and now in a foreign country,